Hello everybody. So it's a few hours later after a video I made earlier this morning when I was talking about aggression and talking about how it's been a particularly stormy last few days, and I kind of wanted to do a little bit of a follow-up just to give you guys a bit of an idea about where I am right now, apart from being stuck in this room. Actually, to be honest, I've been stuck in this room for the majority of the day so far. Mostly because I wanted to just keep myself away from the people downstairs, because I think it's for the better interest of everybody else, and including my own, that I keep myself just away from everybody else downstairs. Also, not well that, and also, despite the fact that I made the first video about 2.5 hours ago, I'm still up in here, and I try to do my best to get on with maintenance work. The problem is, it's just tedious maintenance work. Is even I'm beginning to just sort of like square my shoulders a bit and wonder what I can't. It's a bit hard to stay focused on these sorts of things. The only other thing I wanted to add is because I've had time to ponder and think things over, and even right now, I still feel like I'm itching for a fight. And yeah, this whole try to think and clear my head, it's not really working, because I don't know where I'm supposed to find the time to think or clear my head, because I'm too busy doing other things. One time, I think I mentioned it before, about how actually trying to keep your mind busy and occupied is a great way to keep your mind off things you don't want to think about. It doesn't really seem to. I'm not too sure if that sort of thing is working today, because, well, like I said, after what happened last night. All I want is to drink. I just literally want to sit in here, drink all day, and literally be so absolutely bladdered that I won't have time to think or even remember what it was like to be miserable. Because, quite frankly, even a short-term burst like that seems far more to the detriment of my mental well-being right now. I know it's probably not true at all, that theory. However, that's just sort of what's going through my mind right now. It is literally days like this where, honestly, all I want to do is drink. All I want to do is just do all sorts and just show my middle finger to the consequences, because, honestly, I just kind of want a little bit of not so much space from, because I know fine well that, you know what, there is no space to be had. Things have got to be done, things have got to be seen to, things have got to be organized. But even now, I'm thinking very, very strongly about what is realistically the best thing to do. I'm only saying this because right now I have no idea, and I have no idea who I'm meant to confide in to find out. I feel like maybe this is what's been happening over the last couple of months. Its aggression has been building, and it's quite frankly at boil. I think that's what I'm at right now. I feel like I'm at boiling point, and because of something else that happened earlier this morning as well, which I may as well share. After dropping off my brother at his girlfriend's house, still about like 9 o'clock in the morning, I actually went to get some breakfast at McDonald's. You don't even get, when you order like a breakfast meal or anything like that, you don't even get a hash brown as standard. You have to pay an extra £1.50 for it. And so my breakfast came to £8.50 this morning. And if I'm being honest, even when I had a coupon and all that, they said they had no idea how to process it, and they had no idea who they could get in touch with to find out. And then by the time I got my meal, I must be honest, it must have been sitting around, because it didn't particularly taste very warm, and it was one of the most lackluster, disappointing, repulsive meals I've had for a very, very long time. It's the sort of, genuinely, it's just the sort of crap that I would never ever go back to McDonald's ever again after stuff like that, because their service is shocking, the food is crap, the prices are nothing short of extortionate, and I don't really want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with people who, quite frankly, it makes everybody, it makes they are the only ones who are going to be losing out on it, because they, quite frankly, just it doesn't look good. Nothing about what's happened has made anybody else look good, and that's again probably the reason why I'm pissed. Angry pissed. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna try my best to find maybe another way to burn off this pressure and crack on with it, because I can't stay angry all day. There's too much to get on with, and I've got things ready for the next few days. I've got to get through this somehow. And if anybody else says, just have a wank or something like that, believe you me, it hadn't exactly crossed my mind. Well, okay, yes, it had, but at the same time, no. To be honest, no. I honestly, that's another thing I wish I did even less of, because quite frankly, it just seems like a waste of time, among other things. So there we are.